This is the Personnel Committee meeting. As a preliminary matter, please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you. Take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. This is Claire Pond, Chairperson of the Personnel Committee. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me prior to me calling the meeting to order. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Sue Terrian.
I'm here.
Tom Bradley.
I'm here.
Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Margaret Nardowitz.
Margaret's here.
June Poland.
Here.
Okay, great. We don't have any anticipated speakers on the agenda. With a quorum of the board present, I call this meeting to order at 6:31 p.m. Okay, the first order of business is the minutes, which I apologize. I thought that I'd get them done. I probably have 3 more paragraphs to do before I finish them, and I didn't get a chance to, so I'll get those out for the next meeting. So the next meeting will have 2. Next order of business is the PAFs. And we received 2 PAFs to review. One, both of them for a laborer driver, and one of them for a gentleman by the name of Michael Hayes, and the other one, Dylan Clemmer. So it looks like they're both set to start on April 12th. And looking at the information, I see that everything's in order. So with that, any thoughts?
I make a motion that we sign on the 2 PAFs.
Great,
I'll
great.
second that.
Okay. Any
But I do have a
discussion?
question.
Okay.
Margaret,
Mhm.
did we agree on what they're gonna do after they were hired as far as getting the other stuff done?
As far as licensing and things like that,
Yes.
Dave's
And
going to, yeah. So we didn't set that. Dave's going to arrange it. Dave felt that it wasn't necessary to give them a time limit in which to obtain the licenses,
Okay.
that they could do it, and that he has plenty of work for them to do even without the CDLB and the hoisting licenses. But I think he said that he would have them pursue the hoisting licenses first.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we were clear on that. That's all.
Right. Good point.
Okay.
Okay. And so going to pursue the hoisting license, but we're playing it by ear for the CDL. Is that what you said?
Yes, I think he'd start with the hoisting license, from what Dave has said, and then
Yep.
move to the CDLB,
Okay. All right, great.
commercial driver license.
Any other discussion?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Okay. If not, all those in favor to approve the 2 PAFs as presented?
Sue,
Aye.
I.
Tom, I.
Okay, great. And Pond and Bradley. Great. All right. The next item of business was the positions
Excuse
in.
me, Claire, the library had sent a personnel action form for termination.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was all set and signed off.
It's signed
Okay.
off now, yes.
So that was on, was that who, what was the name
That
of
was
that?
Lopez, Katie Lopez.
Katie Lopez, I'm sorry. Yep. And I did write that down. Okay, so I'm sorry, I forgot that one to put it on my list. I did review it when it came through. Any thoughts on that, Sue, Tom?
You know, just, do we have to vote to sign that?
Yeah.
Correct, that's what I thought. So I'm gonna make a motion that we sign that PAF.
Okay, great.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Are we
Any
gonna fill
other-
that position?
I'm sorry, Tom, go ahead.
Is that position gonna be filled up again as soon as possible, or we
Yes,
gonna?
the library submitted a job ad, a draft
Yep.
job ad for a personnel committee to review.
Right.
Okay,
And that's the next thing on the agenda. So any other discussion about that PAF? Okay,
No.
hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Sue, I.
Tom,
Okay, great. Unanimous. Okay, all right. Okay, the next item of business was reviewing that position posting that Mr. Hodge had given us to review. I looked at that. It looked like it was, it fell in the right salary range. And it looked like he was going to post it on that library website as well. So that's that professional website. So
Mhm.
that may assist us in the process. And so it works, it's 10 hours a week, Tuesday, 3:30 to 6:30, Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Thursday, 3:30 to 6:30, and one Saturday a month, 10 to 1. So looking at it was a little confusing. The only thing I was looking at that I thought, because it says qualifications, a BA or BS is preferred. And it's looking for experience in Evergreen. That must be a software of some sort.
It
Evergreen.
must be.
Yeah. But then when you look further down, it says education BA, BS. So I'm thinking that where it says preferred, it probably should say preferred under education as well.
Mhm.
Unless we just leave the education out and just go by the qualifications in the ad itself.
This is the first library position that I've seen posted since I arrived,
Yeah.
so it's a little unique. And so I don't know if qualifications and education are required, but if qualifications and education are required, he might just want to put ILS experience, Evergreen a plus under
Right.
qualifications, and then under education,
Yeah.
I can ask him.
Yeah, yeah. And I wasn't sure, Margaret, in terms of you and your senior leadership team, whether you wanted him to do out the ad in the same format as we've had in the past. That one paragraph, I wasn't sure, so I'm asking the question now whether it should have been done that way. And next time, maybe we could.
Yeah, I don't think there have been standards set for it, although they have been consistent with the rest of
Okay.
them.
All right,
I will ask him that we post this on our website locally in the format that we use.
okay, good. All right, that's great. Any other questions, Sue or Tom?
No, you got them.
Oh,
Nope.
good, okay. Hearing, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion that we sign off on the job posting with the understanding that Margaret is going to check on the qualification and education part of that
Okay.
listing.
I'll second that for you.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Sue, I.
Tom,
Okay, great. Approved qualifications to be confirmed. Okay, great. All right. Next item is town administrator information.
Okay, so the only thing that I have at the moment is the class and comp plan, and I didn't know if you were going to be talking about that separately tonight. So I sent the draft that Amy had prepared back in December. The only things that I found in this were the movement of the Board of Health clerk, Council on Aging director, and library director to different grades. So they would
Yep.
just have to be noted in their new grades.
Okay, because I look, I'll take another look at it because I think they were already in those new grades.
Oh, were they? Okay.
I'm pretty sure, but I will take another look, and you needed those, I'm sorry, by today, right?
Tonight.
Tonight.
It's okay, go
Oh,
through.
okay.
Go through.
Um,
No rush,
You
though.
have 2 hours. You have 2 hours.
Okay, so the class and comp plan, I thought they had been moved because I was checking it up to my spreadsheet. The only one that I did not see on there was the Council on Aging one. So,
I
let
have,
me just
Uh,
take-
I thought we moved the council on aging when we hired somebody new. Wasn't that all up to date?
it was, except for the market comps where she was adjusted again.
Okay,
So I can actually pull it up on the screen here, I think. It's gonna be kind of small, but if you'd like, I can pull it up on the screen. Do you want?
Sorry, I disappeared for a second there.
Okay, good, I get it.
The one that you sent that Amy, thank you, June and Amy, for doing that for us. That was great.
Oh, Amy.
Yeah, the one that she sent, so I looked at it and, okay, accounting clerk. Oh, I see. Step hours.
So in the
That went
admin
to-
column, here, I can
I'm
share
looking.
screen for everybody too. So if you look to the far right, if you're able to see that,
Yep,
and we go up. So right now, Board of Health clerk is still on 4. That needs to move to 5.
oh, yes. I was looking at my listing of folks over to the left. You're right. I do need to change those, so thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was
No,
looking
that's
at
fine.
what their former ranges were. I'm saying, oh, she put them all in the right places, but I was looking at what they used to be. So let me,
Okay.
so the, let's see. Yep, that the public,
Claire, if everything else looks good to you, I could actually make the changes live here if you want. If everything else
yeah,
in the
no,
sheet.
that's good. That'd be fine. So the first one looks okay. The accounting clerk is fine. But then the public safety clerk, that's in the
Oh.
right grade. The
Yeah.
public safety admin is correct. But then the third one down, like you said, the Board of Health admin, currently in a grade 4, it needs to change to a grade 5.
I'm sorry, Claire, the fire admin. Oh, okay, I see it. There's 2. There's also a fire admin clerk. Are we leaving that one where it is?
The public safety admin,
Okay, it's the public safety one that was moving.
that stays in the grade 6.
Yep.
Yep, and then the next one down is a Board of Health admin. That's going to a grade 5 from a grade 4.
Okay, so that, all right, so I moved her right here to a grade 5 and pulled her out of grade 4.
Okay,
So there she is, the last one here, Board of Health clerk. Okay, and then,
And then, let me go to the next one. The next one was the, the
COA
waste-
director.
the waste transfer station manager. I think we needed additional data on that one, sorry. Then the COA director is going to go to grade 9. But
Okay.
I did not see COA director on here at all. Did you? Oh,
Under-
yes, I do. I see it. I'm sorry. It's on grade 5. We need to take it out of grade 5.
Yeah, okay, so I pulled it out of grade 5. no
Okay, and
longer
it needs
here.
to
Yep.
go to
Grade 9.
9.
Okay, so it's in grade 9 now.
Yep, she's got that done.
Oh, good, okay. And then in the
Library.
library, in grade 6, step 1, let me just see. Library. So that would be the library circulation technical services? Is that the position, or the library children's services?
The
So both-
children's,
It was the children's one, okay.
we raised. I don't see that one.
But it went from a 6 to a grade
It
6
should
to
go
still a
from
grade
a-
6.
It should go
I-
from a 6 to
It's dated.
oh, no, that stays at a 6.
Right.
This went up to 11.
That stays at a 6, yep.
So
And the
it's-
next one, the last but not least, is the library director, which is currently a 9, needs to change to a 10. Yep,
All right, so I
Perfect.
pulled him out of 9 and
All
put him
done.
down.
yep. So that's it.
All right,
think
so
we're-
I'll save this.
Okay,
and
great.
I'll widen this column a tiny bit and I'll send it to all of you after, and that's the one that we'll send for printing in the town report.
Okay,
Okay?
yep, beautiful. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Because I started on that this afternoon too, and then got waylaid with work, so, let's see, so there was that, any other business, Margaret, that you wanted to bring to our attention?
I don't. Okay, so you probably, I don't know if you saw the email or not that I sent. DLS in Boston, Division of Local Services, was asking about the status of the grant for the HR study. And I gave him an update and told him that my expectation is that we're going to wrap up with Sandy by April 23rd.
Okay,
Because Sandy has the comments and questions. We just, we probably could have paid her twice as much and she could have done the entire kit and caboodle for
right,
us,
I
right?
know,
So
yeah,
we're going to have a breaking point where we're going to have to customize those policy updates to Berlin. And so
Okay.
we'll have to,
yeah,
personnel committee will have to talk about how you want to approach that.
right. I think that, honestly, given the amount of work that was done and the amount of money that we had to spend, I thought that they did a phenomenal job. I really did. There are so many things that I've seen in my career where it was like twice as much money for just a portion of what they did for us. So,
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
yeah. So, okay. So by April 23rd. Okay.
So we have a meeting before that, right, Claire? To finalize that? Or,
Well, I think we can finalize all the policies afterwards. We can take
Yeah.
whatever she has incorporated into her drafts, right? And then we can go through again.
Might want to
Okay.
take it section by section.
Yeah.
Very methodical.
Yep. Okay. Anything on budget that you want to bring up?
The
June
2%
or
are, the 2.
June?
I just had a question as far as the HR consultant goes. Were all the job descriptions finalized?
All the job descriptions are recommended updates only. It would be up to the personnel committee to recommend finalizing them, and then the
Because
board
I
to
know I had
approve them.
somebody else ask me
Oh,
about.
okay.
So that's the other thing. We've already made use of one now. The laborer driver one.
That's right, right. So all the job descriptions are finalized in format and
Mhm.
information. Now it's up to us to do a final approval.
Yeah, recommendations to the board. You could do those in batches too.
Okay. And the managers have all seen these and made whatever revisions that they wanted to make?
There were very few comments. We only had a handful of job descriptions that were marked up. I incorporated that into the annual performance appraisal process last
Yep.
year.
Okay,
But they were done in consultation with the department heads, the ones that we did receive, so.
I know
okay,
we had questions still that were open as far as classification or job title or that
Sandy,
type of stuff for our department that hadn't been addressed, so.
so Sandy at the last presentation, I think, June, you asked the question. I think she was recommending accounting assistant as opposed to accounting clerk. So as far as title.
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't know what the process was going to be because I didn't know if we were the only department that had issues like that. So that was my only concern.
right. Huh. So I wonder if Sue and Tom, I don't know, maybe we should go through them and then give it back to the managers? I don't know if the managers have.
The
do we
managers have
know?
already seen them. I think
Okay,
the managers have already seen them and made their comments. And if June's the only one that, I know that we saw them with some questions. Was there one other department, Margaret, that had some
Assessors, I think, had a couple of questions.
assessors? Go through those, then we have to get them to the board. So I don't see a reason to send them back to department heads.
okay, all right, yeah, I just hate to, I don't want to miss any comments or revisions that might have come through for them from the managers, that's all. So, okay, so we'll start putting that on our agenda in terms of review of job descriptions. And maybe we can knock some of those out
Okay.
and
No problem.
do them piecemeal to the Board of Select Board, or do you think we should do them all together, Margaret?
Oh, no, I think they could be done in portions.
Like
bite-sized chunks
departments?
by departments.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know that they are centrally located in a drive. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're on Sandy's portal too, but I'll try to go back in because I haven't been in the drive in a little while, so I'll go back in and make sure they're all in one place.
okay, yep. I think they are separated by the department in the Google Drive.
We are, I know this isn't, we are launching collective bargaining negotiations with
Yep.
2 unions, so that's another
Yep.
update.
Okay,
Those will be ongoing for a while.
okay,
Is that only one union?
No, it's police, fire and police.
oh,
Okay.
okay. Now, who's on the negotiating committee for the town?
Chris Keefe is for the board on both.
Yep,
I'm on I'm on
for
the-
management.
Yeah, and the chiefs, each of the respective chiefs are on as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good,
So the select board has met a few times in executive session to discuss strategy. So we're starting to be on our way.
yep, okay. Great, well, good luck with that. Let's see, any other thoughts or questions or agenda items that anybody would like to bring up?
No,
I'm all set.
I'm all set
Okay.
because 2 weeks
All right.
out.
Yep, yep, we have
Uh,
another meeting in,
2
not
weeks.
next, every other week, basically. So, yep, so the 7th, so the 21st, so the
Yeah.
21st, I think that's the next meeting, so. All right, and if anything else comes up in between time, but maybe I'll pull I will get the minutes to you, and I also will just remind us, once Margaret gives us the okay that the job descriptions look to be okay, then we're gonna start in on those.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
All right. Any other business? Oh, Mark, June.
I didn't know if you had started to think about how you were going to proceed with the personnel policies and procedures. As
That's on
far
the,
as,
that's on the list. We haven't started that yet. So is that something that we may want to do at a meeting so people can give their thoughts and ideas?
Well, ultimately, the recommendations will have to be made in the meeting, so there'll have to be some work done in the meetings,
Right.
work sessions.
Right, exactly. I haven't even I started pulling some things out and jotting down some notes, but I guess with the last meeting when we knew we weren't going to be going for the town warrant for this particular year anyway, I did not pursue that. But let me put that back on the agenda so that we can start on that process too.
On it-
so I'm not sure if you're gonna just take it in like sections or.
Yep,
or-
yep,
I think it'll be easier to do it in sections, but we also are waiting for Sandy's responses to the questions.
Yeah. June and I got together and compared, we met and went over some of those key areas of concern operationally. And so we put together our comments and also submitted them to Sandy, and I'm sure they were in line with comments that
Oh,
you all
good.
submitted, so.
yep. Good. So, Margaret, do we know that, does Sandy know that we look to end the process by the
I sent-
23rd?
I
Okay,
sent her the email I sent to the state. Yes.
okay, great.
Yeah.
And so will she be getting her final drafts to us at that time, or?
I hope it's
on the
before the
con-
23rd, because
Yeah.
honestly, on the 23rd, oh, you're meeting on the 21st. I hope it's
Correct.
before the 21st, because on the 21st, it would be nice for you to be able to approve the payment of the final invoice,
Yes,
provided you have all her feedback. So
Yeah.
I'll ask if there's any possible way that she can get us all the red lines or the updates
okay,
by the end of next week. That's
Okay,
the end of
great.
next week.
unbelievable, unbelievable.
I don't know. Where's time?
So June, thank you. And that also goes with the rules and regulations. The part that we were going to bring to the, I'm sorry, personnel guide. The piece that we're going to bring to the town warrant.
Bylaw, which I don't, right, but I don't think we should even think about that until we have the policies and procedures together. I think
Okay, yeah,
we're biting off many different things.
yeah,
A lot.
I know. So we'll hold off on that for now. All right. Any other business?
I
Thank you
make a
for-
motion that we adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Anybody else? All those in favor? Aye.
Sue, I.
Tom, I.